And hello, there is a post on the website, even as we speak. It went up today because it is the 1st of July, ladies and gentlemen. So there is a post on the website right now at NipponPulse.org. And this live stream, a spontaneous live stream, because there could be a last minute change of plan to the itinerary, the schedule, and I need your help to decide. And we'll get the poll going straight away throughout the course of this stream. So I'll put the poll there right now. In fact, as people come along, hopefully people will come along and they can vote as we go along. If anybody comes along on the last minute potential change or potential not, I'll explain as we go along. If anybody does join us, I'm on a little bit earlier, so I don't know if anybody will join me, but I just thought about this, in fact, right now, and just spontaneously thought, should I shuffle some things around? And thought I'd ask you. So Class 38 is here. Yo, Class 38, I saw that there was a train in Sydney the last time it was running, one of the country trains, I dare say. Did you go? Did you go to that? Oh, my God, here we go. What's going on here? We have low latency something or other web thingy internet crap. Have we got bad internet again going on here? This internet is so bad. How bad is the internet? Is it really, really laggy? It's really, really laggy, isn't it? Tell me how bad the internet is, Class 38. It's really bad, yeah. Frequency 4 seconds or less. I don't know what that means. Let me pop out the chat because I can't read it. There we go. Now I can read it. Nope. Too many foamers. What's that mean? I don't know what that means. Too many foamers. Come here, Bella. Bella wants to come on my knee. She wants to have her input as well. Here she is. Hello, Bella. Say hello to everybody. Thank you very much, Class 38 here. What are you up to, Class 38? Okay, so this is my, well, not dilemma, but my potential change of itinerary that, I don't know, could benefit me in some ways or maybe not, which I need you people to vote on as you come along or not. So certain things of the itinerary won't change. Of course, the Korea bit is not changing, and that's basically why I'm going away, and that's to go to Korea. And of course, as I'm going to Korea, I'm going to pop over to Japan. And the main reason why I'm going to Japan is to go to a baseball game with my friend in Tokyo, which is on the 1st of April. And between going to Korea and going to the baseball, g'day Mad Hatter, I've got to like fill in a little bit of time. So I was catching a ferry from Korea to Japan, and the best ferry that I could catch was to Hakata, and then from Hakata, I was only going to spend a day there, and then I was going to fly to Sapporo, which of course is a long way to go, and I've been to Sapporo many, many times, and then from Sapporo, I was going to go back to Tokyo, ready for the baseball game, and see the baseball game, and I was thinking today, it's a long way to go to Sapporo, to a place that I've been many, many times, and I do like Sapporo, and I could potentially still go there again, but I was going up to Sapporo as well to catch another ferry, and remember, I'm already catching a ferry from Korea over to Japan, but of course, with the whole car issue and everything as well, we have a little bit of April, no, June, July, August. Oh my God, August, not April, August, the baseball game. So with the car issue as well, bit of a budget going on there as well. And I think I'm going to hit the budget. It's going to be okay. But I was thinking today, well, I'm going to be doing 2 ferries on this trip anyway. Going to be going up to Sapporo, which I've done many, many times before. So I'm going to Hakata, which I've been to a couple of times as well before, but I haven't been to Hakata for lengthy periods of time. I've really only been there for like 24 hours here and 24 hours there. So I've got an idea, and I'm going to throw it to you guys, and maybe you can have a vote. Cancelling the trip. No, so this is an idea I have. Now, if I do this, I've got to cancel my Peach flight, which means I'll lose $30. But anyway, follow me with this. So I can keep the itinerary the way it is at the moment, which is the Korea bit is not changing. That's locked in, and that's definitely not going to change. But from Korea, I was going to Hakata. I was going to be in Hakata for a day, which is Fukuoka. And then from there, I was going to fly up to Sapporo. And then from Sapporo, I was going to do the stuff that I've usually done before, but I was going to do it in the summer, which I've never done before, which is the historical village of Hokkaido, which I've never done in the summer, which would be quite nice. I've never been to Otaru in the summer, which would be rather nice. Was going to catch a country train and go see Mad Hatter, who was going to be somewhere in Hokkaido, which would be rather nice. So basically would be doing the stuff that I've kind of done before, but in the summer, go up in the cable car to Mount Moira, which I've done before in the winter, but never in the summer, which would be kind of nice. Basically doing all the stuff that I've done before. Hakata, Fukuoka, I've been there, as I say, for 24 hours here and there. Walk down the canal and bits and pieces, but I've never actually spent any real time there before. So the other idea I have, and as my car lost its brakes this week, now the way the budget's going is I should be able to get back on budget according to the way things have been going over the past couple of days, which means this Sapporo thing I can still do. I can still go up there, I can still catch a ferry like I planned to get down to Tokyo for the baseball game, and that can also happen. Or I can go from Korea to Fukuoka, and I can stay there instead and just do Fukuoka and then go to Tokyo for the baseball game, which means I can then spend a week in Fukuoka and the surrounding area, which means I can really have a look at whatever is there, and I don't know what's there, and do day trips from there as well. And again, I don't know what's there. I don't know what day trips there is. I've kind of had a quick look on Klook, roughly, to see what's there, and I think there's horse riding that you can do somewhere out in somewhere or other, and there's canoeing somewhere out and somewhere or other as well, and bits and pieces. So I haven't really had a look at what the area has to offer. I dare say there is something that there has to offer. I don't know. If you've been out there before, do let me know, Fukuoka. So that's the option I have. Now, if I do that, if I do Fukuoka, basically I won't be catching the second ferry, which is a saving of like $400. But that $400, of course, would go into doing activities in Fukuoka, which means I can do $400 worth of Klook activities or other activities or whatever in Fukuoka and just really have a look around that particular area. So what I need you to do is vote and help me decide. Now, I will need to cancel my Peach flight, which is going to cost me $30 to cancel my Peach flight. Nothing I can do about that. Cancel my Peach flight and book another Peach flight, which means I just go to Fukuoka to Tokyo and adjust my holiday to do that. So it would be Korea, Fukuoka, Tokyo, or keep it the way it is at the moment, which is Korea, 1 day in Fukuoka, up to Sapporo, which I've done to death, which is kind of like a comfort zone because I know where everything is up there, and I'd just be basically doing the same stuff again, and then down to Tokyo. So I've got a tickle in my throat. So everybody have a vote, and let me know what you think. Should I keep the trip the way it is, or should I adjust it and spend the week in Fukuoka? And if you have been to Fukuoka, oh my god, this sickle's got bad. Do let me know what is around there, Hakata area. Now, I'm not going to get a Shinkansen pass, so I would literally fly from Hakata through to Tokyo. But, I don't know what's out there. I really don't. I haven't explored it that much. I'm not so much into temples and nature as such. I mean, I don't mind going to have a look at some nature and some temples, but I don't want to spend like my whole life going from temple to temple to temple to temple. As far as I'm concerned, you've seen one temple, you've seen them all. You've seen one bit of bush, you've seen it all, but I don't mind seeing some of it. But again, if I go up to Sapporo, I've seen Mount Moira a million times. I've seen the historical village of Hokkaido a million times. The only difference is I would be seeing it in the summer instead of the winter, if you know what I mean. And it is a long way to go from Hakata up to Sapporo, and then from Sapporo I'd have to go back to Tokyo. Do you know what I mean? So have a vote. Tell me what you think. The accommodation wise, I've had a look in Hakata as well. Unfortunately, I can't get a hotel in Hakata. The hotel that I booked for one night, it's completely booked out. The whole places are booked out now, so I could only, the best I could do is get a capsule motel, which is neither here or there, because I was just getting a capsule motel in Sapporo anyway. But neither here or there. What can you do? The only difference is, as I say, I wouldn't be catching that other boat from Sapporo to Tokyo, but that's neither here or there because we're catching a boat from Korea through to Japan anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying, people? Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, feel free to talk. One vote at the moment. That is a big number. One vote. Thank you very much. Feel free to let me know if you have been to Fukuoka, Hakata, which, as I say, I have, but I've only spent like a day there. I've been there like 3 or 4 times, but only spent a day there. So when I have been there each time, I've really only spent time in literally near the canal. Now, when I've asked Grok, my friendly neighborhood Grok, it said to me that, because I said to it, out of the 2 places, Sapporo and Hakata, which would you prefer for me to go? And it said, oh, go Hakata. And I said, why? And they said, it's cheaper. It said it's cheaper than Sapporo. I said, oh, okay. They said it's more compact. They said it's a lot more things to see. I said, oh, okay, which I didn't realise. I thought Sapporo would have been cheaper, but yeah. Guess what? I've got COVID. Not me. Sam has COVID. I think, Sam, I think this is not unusual. I think we cover this every year now, that we all get it now. I don't think it's unusual. I think I've had it over the past week, to tell you the truth. Not that I've had a COVID test. I think I'm getting it over it now. But I think this past week I've had something. Certainly, being in hospital, the amount of time I've been in hospital over the past month, I've certainly had something. I feel a bit better today, even though I've got a tickle in the throat. But oh my God, I tell you, I have felt really crap over the past few days. Speaking of crap, and this isn't crap, these maple nougats, which I showed you the other day, oh my God, they're so good. Oh my God, the maple syrup, the Canadian maple syrup in this nougat is, oh my God, sensational. Oh my God, I just had to tell you that for no reason at all. I had one the other day and just love it. 3 votes. Should I do it? 3 votes already saying yes, I should change it. Yeah, for some reason, when I booked it the other day, why I didn't think of it the other day, I don't know. It seems illogical to me that I was going to that part of Japan and then buggering off so quick. So yeah, it seems a bit, a bit illogical. But then again, to be fair, I've always felt really uncomfortable in getting out of my comfort zone. And even though I've done Japan a lot and been all over Japan, now that I'm 26, I find it, I have my little comfort places, you know what I mean? And because I've been in Japan so often, Ueno is my little comfort place, even though I don't like going there now because it's got too touristy. Sapporo is a comfort place, you know what I mean? Korea, I kind of feel like I have a comfort place because like I'm going over there to meet Victor type thing. because I don't really know Hakata, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? But once you're there, I suppose it'll feel okay being there. Alright, so it's going to cost me $30 to cancel my flights if I do that. You found a website called Letterbox where you can log movies that you've watched. I wonder if it's got things like Debbie Does Dallas on it. Good movie from the 1980s. Good old Debbie Does Dallas. Wonder if that's in the database. And the movie that made me scared of bees, even to today, I am petrified of bees. The Attack of the Killer Bees. Oh my God, that is a movie that I wish I never watched in life. Even to today, I am petrified of bees, he says. Okay, we've got a no. We've got a no come in. Excellent. What's the issue? So the issue is, so Russell's just joined us. So thinking about changing the itinerary a little bit, Russell. For a couple of reasons. So the car budget, of course, made us blow out the other day. Now, I think I'm going to get back on budget, so I don't think that's the big issue there. I think I'm going to be okay, but I was thinking a couple of things. But the first thing is I'm going to be coming from Korea into Hakata, and I'm only going to be in a Hakata for one day, and then from Hakata I'm going to be jumping up to Sapporo. And I've been to Sapporo a million times, and then from Sapporo I'm going to be coming back to Tokyo. So I'm going to be going... And as I say, I'm going to be in Hakata for only one day. And even though I haven't really been in Sapporo in the summer, I have once, very briefly. When I go up there, I'm only going to really be doing the same things that I do every time I go up there. So I thought about it just literally not long ago, and it was like, why am I not spending more time in Hakata, and especially as it's close to Tokyo? And I could save myself a bit of money, and even though I think I'm going to get back on budget with the whole car situation, I can take a couple of things out of the equation, like the ferry ride, because I'm already going to be doing a ferry from Korea through to Japan. So if I don't do the ferry from Sapporo to Tokyo, well, I'm already doing a ferry from a Japanese ferry from Korea through to Japan. So I'll automatically save myself like $400, if you know what I mean. And Hakata, I've only spent like 24 hours here and there in. So I've been to Canal City. I've seen the night markets there, the food markets, but I haven't really seen anything else. So I have the opportunity really to adjust the itinerary. Yes, I'll have to cancel my Peach flight and lose $30 in cancelling my Peach flight. But I could spend a week, 6 days, in Hakata instead. And also not having to pay, train fees and hurry to the airport and get from one airport to another, to the other. And explore Hakata, Fukuoka, and do little day trips out from there. And explore that area. And then literally go up to Tokyo from there for the baseball game I met up with my friend. Rather than running from Korea to Fukuoka, spending one day in Fukuoka, then running to the airport, then going up to Sapporo, then seeing the stuff in Sapporo I've basically already seen a billion times. The only difference is I'd be seeing it in the summer months, and then rushing back to Tokyo again and seeing the baseball game. So the vote is that we're having is, should I keep the itinerary the way it is, or should I change it? But I'd have to change it today. It's going to cost me $30 to cancel my Peach flight. But now's the opportunity to do it because I haven't paid for the hotel in Sapporo yet. Living the dream, how to guy, he says. I got more tech, how to guy. I got the multi-function handle thing, the DJI multi-function handle. Dang, it's good. You need to get back into your tech again, how to guy. Oh my God, you need to. So have a vote. Have a vote, everybody. So yes, should I change the itinerary? Spend the 6 days in Hakata, Fukuoka, And apparently there's a German theme park very close to there that we can go have a look at. Now, if I don't do the ferry, now also put this into consideration as well. If I don't do the ferry from Hokkaido to Tokyo, that's a potential $400 that will allow us to do some activities in Fukuoka. And I haven't really had a good look yet. I don't know really what's around Fukuoka, but one of the things I did have a look at, which I don't know yet, but I've just had a brief look at, is horse riding in a volcano. I don't know if it's available this time of year, but that's something that's available. There is a firework display as well, which I don't know, we can invite John Dobb to. But anyway, what are you up to, How To Guy? What's the weather like over there? All the way back to the 1870s. If the movies go all the way back to the 1870s, Sam, I dare say Debbie Does Dallas, which is one of the How To Guys' favourite movies, I reckon that'll be in the database. And Russell, one of his favourite actors is Johnny Holmes. Russell was saying to me, Johnny Holmes was a big actor in his day. In his days. Yes. He said it was hard to find a better actor than Johnny Holmes. That's what he said. Yes, that's what he said. So have a vote, everybody. Your vote will count on what I will do. So the only thing I'd have to cancel is my Peach flight, which means I'd lose $30 on the Peach flight. That's a contribution to the Japanese Tourism Board. Thank you very much. But I don't know. It would allow me 6 days, 7 days, 6.5 days in Fukuoka, Hakata, rather than 1 day there and then pissing off up to Hokkaido. He was a large man. Yes, he was. He was huge in his career. That he was. He was up and coming in his career, you could say. That movie is on the database. Is it really? There we go. That movie is on the database. You need to mark that movie off. Porky's. Porky's is a good movie, Sam. Porky's was another movie that was... we'll tick Porky's off. Yes, we like these movies. How are you, David? What's going on? So all have a vote, everybody. Now, the website, there is the 1st of July, which means our trip has almost officially started. So the 1st of July, we have the first blog thing, video stuff is on the website from today, which means you can't watch it on the YouTube. You have to watch it on the website. There's 2 videos on the website as from today. So make sure you do check out the website at NipponPulse.org. NipponPulse.org. If you have not been there today, you need to today. It'll be updated at least once a week, maybe twice a week. So that's going to have all the Korean videos on there, and the Japan videos on there, and all the other stuff on there. So please make sure that you check out the NipponPulse.org website as of today. So when you go there, click on the tab that says Stronger, and you will see the post that went live there today. And make sure you have a vote. We've got a few votes coming in, which is good. 7 votes. Woohoo! 29% of people say no, keep it the way it is. Go to Sapporo. Keep it the way it is. 71% say yes, we want to see Fukuoka Hakata. We want to see that instead. Now again, if you've been to Hakata and Fukuoka, I haven't really had a look around it. I've been there a couple of times, but if you know something there that I should go see, do let me know in the chat. Say, hey, yes, go there. This is what you should see. This is what you should do. I've been to the canal. I've been to that shopping complex down there and that, but I haven't really seen too much more. If there's something down there you think I should go see that will convince me to spend 6 days there, do let me know, because I don't know much about that particular city at all. I caught the Shinkansen there. It was part of my, 14 cities in 14 days type thing, but I don't know much about it at all. So if you do know anything, please let me know. Will Takamatsu of Korea, will Takamatsu of Korea happen again? I won't be going to Takamatsu, and it's nowhere near Korea, so those two things won't happen again. Yes, but I won't be going to Takamatsu this trip. My old housemate, Noah, I don't know if you ever met Noah. My old housemate, he lives near Takamatsu. I would like to go to Takamatsu again one day, but not for the reason which you all know. It wasn't until I left Takamatsu that I realized that there is stuff in Takamatsu to go see and do, but I didn't really explore Takamatsu until I was leaving Takamatsu, and then I sort of like did a detour, because that's the kind of city or town that isn't designed for tourists, so it wasn't really signposted or anything. And I just decided to walk another way, which wasn't signposted. And when I did, it was like, oh, dang, I should have gone down there originally, because that's where all the good stuff is. So, yeah. There is a good red light district near to Hakata. I don't need red light districts. The red light district comes to me. I am the man of Japan. Yes, I am. They see me and they go, this is the man of Japan. Yes. Who needs red light districts when you go to Japan? Not me, he says. In fact, when I was... It was my third time staying in Ueno. Third time? Third trip, third time. So, like, I'd stayed there for quite a number of weeks. It wasn't, like, for my third trip or something that I realised that it was... that I was staying across the road from a red light district. I didn't even realise I was staying across the road from a red light district. W. Bolach. I have no idea what that means. ACC, got no idea what that means. But Merry Christmas. The Love Hotel thing. Love Hotels are great to stay in, Sam, because A, they're cheap. They are really, really clean. They clean them super duper well. They have to clean them super well, because if they don't, the government's going to close them down or something. So they clean really, really well, and they're huge. They're absolutely huge. So sleeping at a Love Hotel, I think a Love Hotel would be cleaner than a normal hotel, he says. Potentially. Though in saying that, I never took a black light into the Love Hotel, but it was really clean. It was really clean. Hotel Vega is where I stayed, by the way. If you're looking for a really big room in Takamatsu. At Samtown to the... Okay. Interesting. There we go, Sam. You've got a friend. ACC. Excellent. So, yes, have a vote. Has anybody stayed in Fukuoka before? If so, tell me. Is there something there I should be seeing or doing? Have a vote. Should I be staying there for 6 days, or should I be buggering off to Sapporo? Again, if I go to Sapporo, I'm just going to be doing the stuff I've done before, though that's not a hard ask. You know, I don't mind doing that. But, you know, sometimes it's worth seeing something different. It is hard for me to get out of my comfort zone. It really is. Once I'm forced out of my comfort zone, I'm okay. It's getting me out of that comfort zone. That's the hard bit. That's a hard thing I have to do. But once I'm forced to do it, that's fine. I have no idea, ACC, what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, you don't need to do it. Let's see. You have stayed. What is there to do there apart from the red light district? Means well spoken. All right, that's what it means. It means you're well spoken. There we go. Yeah, apart from the red light district, what is there to do there? Not much to do there. Did you go outside of it? Because, like, looking on Klook, and I said to Klook, I don't want parks and gardens. There's nice food stalls along the river. Now, that's what I saw last time. Last time I was there, because I was only there, like, overnight type thing. And it was really, really nice. By the way, apparently what he's saying is you're well spoken. Apparently. That's what Grok told me. Apparently. Yeah, when I was walking down the river, it said it was those night market food stores. They looked really, really nice. So there's Team Labs there. I want to see Team Labs because I like Team Labs. There's a train there that has like food on it. That would be nice. That would be nice. A deluxe train with food on it. Pretty expensive, $100 and something. So, you know, let me see if I can bring up a picture of the train. All right, so that's a food on the train, if you can see that on the phone. So that looks quite nice. Beppu. There's Beppu. What's in Beppu? Whatever's down there. There's like kayaking, not that I've kayaked before. There's firework festival you can go to on the bus for a day trip. There's horse riding, which would be cool. I think horse riding would be pretty cool. I haven't horse rid for years. You know, when I was at school, I wanted to be a jockey. You can stop saying that word now. Thank you for saying that word all the time. That's very good of you. There's a million Tory gates. So yeah, I don't know, but I have to make the decision tonight because I have to pay for it tonight. Have to cancel my flight or whatever, and that's why I am asking you all. Hot Springs, onsen town, can't go in onsens. I am not allowed to go in onsens or hot springs or anything at this stage of my life. Unfortunately, me until at least November. Unfortunately, but I did see that there was some nice hot springs. So yeah. Yeah, let's do this for the moment. Where is it? Pin user as timeout for 10 minutes. Confirmed because it's annoying. There we go. We'll shut him up for 10 minutes. Excellent. There we go. Not quite sure what he's saying. Grok said it means well spoken. It doesn't mean well spoken? I don't know. Great for the stats, but it was just getting a bit annoying. Yeah, so I can't go into any onsens, hot springs, swimming pools, anything like that, unfortunately, until at least November, which is a bit of a bummer, because when you go to Japan, what do you want to do? Yeah, I want to go into an onsen or a hot spring. So I can't do that, unfortunately, at the moment. Sadly. Tis life. I won't be going down to Kagoshima because that's not too far, but it's going to be too expensive to go down there, I think, because I won't be getting a Shinkansen pass at all. So I've been to Kagoshima many times as well. Like Kagoshima, I've had a look around properly and that as well. So the idea of this trip, because really this trip was spending time in Korea. I'm literally just going to Japan to go to the baseball game with my friend in Tokyo, because he's a member of the Giants. So, you know, we're going to the baseball game there. So basically from when Victor was free in Korea to when the baseball game was in Tokyo, I had some time up my sleeve. So I didn't want to and couldn't afford it anyway to be gallivanting around Japan anyway. So wherever I chose to stay in Japan was kind of like where I would stay in Japan. So it was originally going to be, I was going to just hang around Sapporo, you know, because I always go to Sapporo. So I was just going to hang around Sapporo. But as the ferry was taking me to Hakata, Fukuoka, I thought, well, I just thought about it now. I thought, it's silly just to spend one day there and then go to the expense of flying all the way up to Sapporo to then fly all the way back to Tokyo. It just seemed a bit silly, really, to be doing the thing that I always do and to be seeing the stuff that I always see. You know, which I will enjoy, don't get me wrong. I always enjoy doing the same thing. But I just thought, for something different, why don't I spend the time at Fukuoka instead? And that's why I was asking you folks, you know, is that the better idea? And if so, as I say, have a vote. And if you know anywhere there that I should be seeing or going or whatever for day trips or whatever, do let me know. So yeah, I won't be going down to Kagoshima or that. It's just a little bit too far and too expensive. But if there's anything, like if there's little day trips, you know, like a $10 day, train trip or that, then I'll do that kind of thing. But yeah, and then I'll just catch a peach flight up to Tokyo. Misha, hello, how are you? So the question we're asking Misha, which we're asking everyone to vote on, is rather than me going from Korea, because I'm catching the ferry, of course, over to Hakata. I was going to spend one day in Hakata and then I was going to fly Peach up to Sapporo and then spend my time in Sapporo and then fly to Peach back to Tokyo for the baseball game. It just seems a lot of flapping around to see the stuff I've already seen before in Sapporo. Should I just stay in Hakata? Because even though I've been in Hakata before, I've only been there for like 24 hours each time. So basically I haven't seen that place before. I've been to the canal before and I've seen the food market at night and I've seen the shopping centre and that's about it. Should I just stay there for 6 days instead and just see that area instead? Should I just see that town instead? I mean, it might be boring. I don't know what's there. But should I just see that instead? Which means I'd have to cancel my Peach flight tonight. Cost me $30 to cancel it. That's okay. But just see Hakata, Fukuoka instead. Do little day trips from there. I don't know what's there. And something different, something new. And then from there go up to Tokyo for my baseball game. Or do I keep my itinerary and go up to Sapporo and then catch a ferry? So basically, if I don't go to Sapporo, I'll be cancelling the ferry. But remember, I'm still doing the ferry from Korea to Japan. Still doing that. So already doing a ferry anyway. Already doing a Japanese ferry because it's a Japanese ferry from Korea to Japan. And I'm already doing a room on the ferry. So basically, I was doing 2 ferries with 2 rooms. One from Korea to Japan and one from Sapporo to Tokyo. The only difference is in Sapporo, I'd be doing exactly the same things, but I'd be doing it in the summer instead of the winter. But, you know, Hakata might be as boring as batshit. I don't know. I don't know what's there. It might be dull. But the thing is, if I stay there for the 6 days and I cancel the ferry, I got $400. Because I've cancelled the ferry, I got $400 to spend on activities in Fukuoka, whatever that may be. Whether it be going to Team Labs or going on a Klook tour for the day or something, or I don't know, going on doing something there, I don't know. I don't know what's there. I haven't researched, I haven't studied, I don't know what's there. So we're having a vote. The vote is there at the moment. And the vote is, should I do it? In other words, should I stay in Hakata? Should I stay in Hakata? Yes, I should stay in Hakata is 75%. Or no, I should go up to Sapporo still is 25%. Yes, I should stay in Hakata, or no, I should not. Have a vote, ladies and gentlemen. Have a vote. Yes or no. Whatever the vote is at the end of the stream is what's going to happen. I will then book it from here. Don't forget to check out the website because it is the 1st of July. And from the 1st of July, we have 2 videos and a blog on the website from today that you can only watch on the website. NipponPulse.org. But there's a theme park up in Fukuoka. What is the theme park? Let me see if Grok can tell me. What is the theme park near? Oh, my eyes are so bad. I think you'll have more energy if you do day trip from Fukuoka. That's one of the thoughts I had as well. And there's a German theme park apparently not far. A 17th century theme park. Apparently. It's worth going to look at. Apparently it's like $30 to go in, but apparently it's worth going to have a look at. You'd have more energy as well, and I wouldn't be wasting time at an airport as well, and I wouldn't also having to be paying for trains and piss farting around with trains. So basically I would save myself a day from travel as well, because I'd only have to travel once, and that'd be to Tokyo, whereas I'd save myself a couple of days travel instead, if that makes sense. So please do have a vote and let me know what you think. But again, it could be as boring as bat poo there as well, because I haven't really spent a lot of time there before. I've only spent like a day there before, so I don't know. I really don't know, but it was just a thought that came in my head. The only accommodation I can afford there, because I had a look on hotels.com before I came on the stream today, is there's a capsule motel there, and that's about it that I can afford, because it goes from the capsule motel right up into a proper hotel, but the proper hotel is like $700-800, which is completely out of budget. The capsule motel, they've got a semi-private capsule motel, which means one capsule on this side, one on the other side of the wall, if that makes sense. So they're not like facing one another, so that's kind of okay. In Sapporo, I was going to have a capsule hotel anyway, so that's okay. Yeah. And then from there, I would just fly to Tokyo. That's what I would do. So, you know, but the other option, of course, is to keep the itinerary the way it is and fly to Sapporo and just do the stuff I was going to do in Sapporo, which is go to Otaru for the day, go to the historical village of Hokkaido, you know, all the stuff I've done before, but do it within the summer, which I haven't done before. But, you know, I think this would make the trip a lot easier. I think it would make it less rushed. I think it would make it a little less stressed, you know, and, you know, this is my theory. I don't know. The vote is 8 votes. Good to see that we have millions of people watching the stream. Should I do it? 75 people, 75. I wish it was 75, but 75% say yes. You should do it. 25% say no. Do summer. Well, it's got to be in the vote. Whatever the vote is by the end of the stream, that's what it is. At the moment, 75% of people say. 75% of people. 75% are saying. Do Hakata. 75% of people are saying do Hakata. That's what they're saying. And whatever it is at the end of the stream, that is what we are going to do. I have the phone ready to make a booking and cancel my Peach flight or keep my Peach flight, depending on what this says at the end of the stream. Good afternoon, Ben. How are we, Ben? What's you been up to, Ben? What are we up to, Ben? What do you mean do summer? It's summer everywhere in Japan. Summer everywhere in Japan. What do you mean do summer? That's a bit open-ended, that comment, isn't it? Do summer. Or maybe he's talking about a girl named Summer. Do Summer. Yes. I just had work today. I've been really tired this week. I don't know why. Like, I have slept. Like, I've had no energy this week. I don't know if I've had COVID or the flu or a reaction to medication, or I don't know, but I've had some weird pain and some weird pain going on. I've had slept a lot. It's been weird. Do Sapporo summer, sorry. 80%, we can only go by the vote, and the vote is going up for Hakata, though. That's the thing. So the vote is going up for Hakata. That's the thing, though. So at the moment, Sapporo is losing by 60%. And whatever the vote is at the end of this stream, this is what we're going to go for. Now, also, there is going to be a huge saving financially by not doing Sapporo. It's going to be a huge financial saving as well in this equation of things. But again, it was just a thought bubble. Do you miss Takamatsu? Not really. It only comes to mind when you people say it. To tell you the truth, it doesn't come to mind generally. When I'm not online, I don't think of Takamatsu. To tell you the truth, when I'm not online, I don't even really think of Japan that much. To tell you the truth, but yeah. Question is, do you miss thinking of me in Takamatsu? That's the question we must ask ourselves. He says. The car bill really put the budget bad. You know, every time I go away, something throws the budget out. So there's always little gremlins in the woodwork that rears their head. Every time I go away, always something happens. There's always a force there, always. I mean, you've got to think, really, this year, what's happening this year with my operation and everything, we've battled the forces to be able to go away this year. Like, what I've been through in the past month, I had brain operation not even a month ago, and we're going overseas. The 15th, 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, we are going to Korea. We're going to go see our mate Kim Jong-un, who, may I say, and everybody should thank me very much. Kim Jong-un is opening a beach resort for tourism, and I would like to think that he's doing that because he heard that I am going to the DMZ. Thank you very much. I have created tourism in North Korea. Thank you very much. I always miss you when you are not online. We'll go to the website, because how many people have gone to the website this morning? I bet nobody went to the website this morning. Who went to the website this morning? Put your hand in the air if you went to NipponPulse.org. I bet nobody did. That was very sweet. That was very sweet, yes. Kim is changing. I think, yeah. I think Kim and I are we're going to get tourism going in North Korea. Yes, we are. I've got to say that beach resort Kim has opened looks pretty sensational. I've got to say, the water slide looks quite lethal. Did any of you see the water slide? You have a website? You don't know I have the website? If Russell doesn't know I've got a website, then that proves that Russell never watches the YouTube. Thank you very much. If you haven't seen the water slide that Kim Jong-un has for the beach resort that he's opened this last weekend, if Kim Jong-un doesn't kill you in North Korea, that water slide will. Oh my God, the last bit of the water slide, that is lethal, man. As he's opening the beach resort, it was so funny. He had like the North Koreans coming off the water slide. That was lethal, man. That was lethal. Oh my God. Dude, people are going to be breaking their neck coming off that water slide. Dude. You're working this morning. Well, you should be telling your boss that he needs to change your hours, because at 9 a.m. Western Standard Time, that website from now on is becoming active for our Korea Japan trip. 9 a.m. And it became active this morning, ladies and gentlemen, at 9 a.m. And then I checked it at 10 a.m. and nobody had been there. Then I checked it at 11, nobody had been there. And I checked it and that was it. So I don't know what time Sam went there, but nobody went there. Nobody went there at 9 or 10 or 11. So I don't know what time Sam went there, but yeah. 82%. Sapporo is dying there. Russell, dying. 18% say Sapporo. 82% say no. So there we go. There we go. Forgive the cough. This is my gift to North Korea. I'm taking this over. NipponPulse.org. O-R-G, not com, org. NipponPulse.org. And then click on the Stronger tab on the website. NipponPulse.org. That's where all the cool kids are. Kids are baby goats. Went about 11 with 2 different accounts and watched the vids. Bella is sweet. Thank you for watching with 2 different accounts, but that really doesn't help me know how many people are actually watching. I'd like to know how many people are actually watching, not how many people are watching with multiple accounts. I would like to know how many people are actually watching. But thank you for watching with 2 different accounts, but it doesn't actually help me. Thank you very much. I need to know factual figures. And that's why I set up the website, because YouTube isn't giving factual figures. And I need to know factual figures. So the website is for factual figures, where YouTube is not factual figures. That's why. So thank you for multiple accounts. But if you could just do 1 account, that will allow me to get factual figures to find out if this whole thing is actually worth it or not. Watch a whole of the video though. Interesting. I was there. He says, how exciting is Perth? Ain't that right, Bella? Ain't that right? Yes, it is. She's on my knee. She's not happy. She hasn't been for a walk for a few days. The weather's been crap here hasn't it? As you put dog hair all over me. 82% say yes, change your itinerary. Should have asked you my itinerary to start with. 18% say no, keep it the way it is. Is there going to be a change? There needs to be a flood of people come along to change. At the moment, it looks like I will be cancelling the Peach flight. Costing me $30 to change the Peach flight, ladies and gentlemen. So unless there's a rush of people, I think it looks like we're going to be spending the week. Fukuoka, here you go. You can go over there. Good girl. Excellent. Good girl. Good girl, he says. Excellent. Good. Anything else? Any questions you have? I should have. Really should have thought about the trip a bit more before I spontaneously booked it the way I did. But yeah, I kind of like booked it as soon as I came out of hospital, and I guess my brain wasn't in the right frame of mind to think of things logically at the stage. He says. I think the whole interesting bit of the trip's going to be the baseball game I'm going to, because we will be at the that is my mother. Go away, mother. She always rings when I'm on YouTube. Because we will be in the supporters area, which means I must buy and wear a Giants baseball shirt. I must buy and wear one. You have to wear one. And I must stand up and cheer them. And I don't know the cheer song in Japanese, so that'll be interesting. And I will be the only non-Japanese person doing it, I think. The bridge in Perth is amazing, and that you only saw one part of the bridge. So then there's an island in the middle, and then the bridge continues on the other side as well. So it's like a double bridge. It's huge, and that bridge is only for push bikes. Push bikes. It's just extraordinary, absolutely extraordinary, that bridge. It's a mega thing. It's just huge. It's bigger than the road bridge, as I say. Just crazy the amount of money they spent on that bridge. He's back again. Search that. Okay, we'll search that, but don't write it for every single person, please, because it's very annoying. Okay, let's search this. Search meeting. I don't know what it is. Somebody Google that for me. Sam, you're right, Googler. You can Google it. I just Googled it now and I couldn't come up with an answer. So yes, type it once and that's it. You don't need to type it for every single person. Even if it's something nice, you don't need to type it for every single person. Okay? Thank you very much. Good. Because this gets a bit much in the chat. We like variety. Excellent. And the lighting on that bridge is LEDs, little LED lights. So yeah. On the other part of the bridge, it's got a boomerang, the world's largest boomerang. I don't know. Interesting. Perth, too much money. Too much money. And of course, another pay rise again in Australia today, which means everything's gone up in price. It's some random Hungarian guy. Okay. Interesting. Has absolutely nothing to do with the whole scheme of things, he says. Interesting. Good. Instead of us Googling it, you could tell us what it means. He must be a viewer. I don't know, you get some random stuff. I remember years ago, especially during the COVID times, we used to get some random stuff in the chats. Some real random stuff. Alright, good. we don't give ages on the chat, so yeah, he could be 100 years of age. What does he look like? It has nothing to do with you. Hide user on this channel. There we go. We don't need you here. Excellent. We don't need you here. We don't need you here. This is freaky, freaky, freaky. I don't know. We've had some freaky people here. Do you remember the footman we had here? Does anybody remember the footman that kept saying to me during the live streams, can I show my feet? He wanted my feet. He always wanted to see my feet. Can we have foot content? Can I stroke my feet and all this sort of rubbish? And oh, I don't know. There was some weird stuff going on. There's some weird people in the world. Search it up for yourself, exactly. What is the deal with this guy? He's gone. He's gone. You ask too many weird questions and you're gone. I don't know. There's some weird conversations going on the YouTube. On the YouTube, 13 votes, 77% of people say yes, stay in Hakata. Is it Hakata? Is it Fukuoka? I don't know. It's one place in Japan that's always confused me by its name. I know it's Fukuoka, but why do they call it Hakata? I've got no idea. It's one place that's always confused me in its name. 23% say no, keep it the way it is, go to Sapporo. You know, in some ways my brain says do what you know because it's what I know. It's my comfort zone going up to Sapporo. But, you know, mix it up a bit. Mix it up a bit. I think there won't be any tourists in Hakata. I don't think there will. Will there? I don't think so. Maybe not. I don't know. So I think it might be okay. I suppose if the worst comes to the worst, well, I don't know. Don't know. I don't know. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? I can be there for 6 days and be really bored. I don't know. I can't see any valid reason to be in Sapporo, put it that way. Apart from a comfort zone and to do what I usually do. You know. Though I do remember when I went to Hakata, and again I was only there for a day, and I was only in the city. The couple of things I saw in the city were okay, but I wasn't overly impressed because it was just a city. But again, I didn't go out of the city. I didn't go to any tourist things or anything. So, catch-22. You know, I'm taking a bit of a risk, he says, going to somewhere new. So I don't know. Anyway. I'm sure there would be many. In fact, I reckon there would be more there than what there would be Sapporo because it's more bigger near the more busier part of Japan, I dare say. I dare say there is. You know, I suppose if the worst comes to the worst, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so it looks like that vote's going to win. I will cancel my Peach flight and rebook a Peach flight to Tokyo. I guess that's what I'm going to be doing. Unless a lot of votes come in now. I've got nothing else to really tell you people at all. If any conversation or anything you want to say, feel free. Again, don't forget to check out the website. Otherwise, I'll lose hope and faith and all that sort of stuff. I've been just working and working, so I'm really, really tired. Oh my god. It's going to be a long 2 weeks. Long 2 weeks to catch up on everything. Man, it's going to be a long 2 weeks. And the rain is coming in this week. It started to rain today. It's going to rain all week in Perth. And yeah. And I have to colour my hair before I go away and get a haircut. So that's, I'm trying to let it grow. I know it looks like I'm bald, but it's not. It's just colour of my hair. Question is, what colour am I going to colour my hair before I go away? Am I going to go something radical? Or am I going to go something dull? I don't know. How many went on the website now, and what are the future plans for the website? Well, today's figures I won't know until tomorrow. And the future of the website, I will determine that after I come back off holidays and see how many people have gone to the website. Because the website will tell me the exact figures of the people that have watched the YouTube videos, because the YouTube videos will not be available on YouTube. They'll have to go to the website to see them, which means I'll get more correct data about who's been watching the YouTube videos. So if only 5 people go to the website and watch the videos, then it won't be worth it. So yeah, so the website literally was only put together literally to give real world figures on the videos, because YouTube figures you can't really rely on, he says. So yeah, yeah, if people don't go to the website, it ain't going to be hanging around, I tell you. I'll assure you of that, because unlike the YouTube, which I got very bored with, the website costs money. And I ain't paying for something the people ain't going to. I'll assure you of that. So yeah, the website is literally just going to be giving me more realistic figures. And if the realistic figures are still crap, but I'm going to use it for this trip anyway. That's the idea of it. 14 votes. We're pulling in the big numbers. 79% say yes, I should change the itinerary. 21% say no. Final votes, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to end the stream very soon. These are your final votes, ladies and gentlemen. Final votes. You must vote now. That I have to go and cancel my flights. I don't know. I don't know how they go about refunding the money, less the fees, and yeah, I don't know how that works. Interesting. Anyway, any more questions? Anyone new? I think it's only Misha and myself here. I think everybody else is gone. Final drinks. Oh no, there's somebody else here. Ivan's here. What's happening, Mark? We're just about to go in a second, Ivan. We are just about to go in a second. That's what we're going to do. Don't forget to check out the website, Ivan. We are about to go in a second. My hair is looking very gold at the moment, isn't it? Very ginger, very natural, he says. Yes. So the hoax prediction earthquake. I don't know if it's a hoax prediction. It might be a hoax prediction, but you never know. You never know, because, you know, it's Japan, and, you know, it could happen. I thought you were talking about hair color. I think purple would look smashing. I had purple. Tori, Chris. Why am I calling you Tori? It's because you confuse me when you do that. See, Chris, I had the purple when I went there during the COVID trip. Remember? I did purple. Remember? I did purple. I did. Don't you remember? Chris, you should remember. Chris. Don't confuse me with the Tory, Chris, because I know you're Chris. But I see Tory and I always say Tory, and then when the stream ends, I remember it's Chris. And then I go, oh, I called you Tory. Chris. Just here having dinner. Okay. What's the vote for? Okay, the vote is for, because Chris is here as well. I've had a thought about potentially changing part of the itinerary, so we need you to vote. So originally, now the Korea bit is staying the way it is. That's not changing, because this trip was really about going to Korea anyway. But after Korea, I was catching the boat from Korea to Hakata in Japan. And I was only spending 1 day in Hakata before I was flying up to Sapporo. And then I go to Sapporo all the time. Before I was catching the boat from Sapporo back down to Tokyo. And while I was in Sapporo, I was going to do everything I generally do in Sapporo. The only difference is being in the summer. So basically, Hakata is here, Sapporo is here, and Tokyo is here. So what I thought just now, and because I've had a big expense this week, I lost the brakes in the car and we had to buy brakes for the car and the budget's blown out, was, as I'm only going to be spending 1 day in Hakata, and I've only ever spent 1 day in Hakata, which is Fukuoka, I've never explored Fukuoka before, ever. So the idea is, how about I cancel Sapporo completely and spend a week in Hakata / Fukuoka. So I go from Korea to Fukuoka, spend a week there, and then go to Tokyo. Change of itinerary. Now, should I do it? If you think I should do that instead, I need you to vote yes. If you think, no, I should go up to Sapporo and keep the original itinerary and then catch the ferry down, click no. We need you to vote. Now, I am already doing a ferry. I'm doing a ferry from Korea to Japan. So already doing a Japanese ferry from Korea to Japan in a private room. So you're going to see that anyway. So if I stay in Fukuoka, then I'm going to be cancelling the Sapporo ferry. So you're not going to see that. You're not going to see Sapporo in the summer, but that's okay. You've seen Sapporo in the winter. So the vote is, do I keep the original itinerary of going Korea, Fukuoka, 1 day, up to Sapporo, then the ferry down to Tokyo, or do I change the itinerary and go Korea, Fukuoka, stay there for a week, up to Tokyo? Vote now. That's where the vote is. Do another vote for the hair colour. Well, I don't know what colours to choose. So we don't need a vote for that one. It can just be black. I don't think it should be blonde. In my younger days, I did blonde because I had a lot of hair, so that was okay. So it could just be black, or I think just red. Orange. Orange for the baseball team. The Giants. Maybe I should do orange. I think orange might be alright. What do you think? Orange. Like bright orange, maybe. Orange. Black or orange. Or black with a bit of orange. Maybe. What do you think? I don't know. So, another vote came in. So, should I do it? 80% says yes, stay in Hakata, Fukuoka. 20% say no, go up to Sapporo. So there we go. That's what the vote is for. No, green. I was thinking green as well. Green is an option as well. That is an option. I could do green. That is an option. But something to throw into the whole mix of things as well, Chris. I'm buying some red shoes. So if I go green, I got red shoes. Do you want to see my shoes? I got them from AliExpress. Because they were cheap. Do we all know AliExpress? If you're overseas, you may not know AliExpress. AliExpress is a cheap Chinese shop. So I got these shoes, which look orange, but they're actually red. They just look orange because they're on the thing. So yeah, which I was going to get black, but then my housemate said no, get red. You thought I was postponing the whole trip. Why would I be postponing the whole trip? Why would I be postponing the whole trip? Why would I be postponing the whole trip, Ivan? Do you know something I don't know? You're like Dorothy. Who's Dorothy? Who's... Oh, Dorothy! Yeah, the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, right. I was going to get the black. I'll show you the black. I was going to get the black, and my housemate said, no, get the red. So I was going to get the black ones, right? Because I thought the black ones looked pretty cool. You know, skater, 80s, you know, type thing. But my housemate said, no, get the red. So it's like, okay, I'll get the red. So I got the red. That's what I got. And then, yeah. So I got the red. AliExpress. I was going to get it from Temu, but Temu's website wasn't working, so I got it from AliExpress. It's Christmas in July. Yes, it is. And I'm your Christmas tree. Yeah, I see. Red and green. Yeah, got it. Yeah. Because of my health. Hopefully my health is okay now. Hopefully I will not die now. I have some rules now. I can't go in a swimming pool. I can't go in an onsen. I can't go in a spa. And I can't cut myself. I can't do those things, but theory says, Ivan, theory says, touch wood, I shouldn't die now. So before I could have died, but after I've come out of hospital, if I die now, I'm gonna haunt the surgeons, the neurosurgeons, because the neurosurgeons have assured me that their operation means that I should not die. Well, unfortunately, we are all going to die at some point, but the operation they did on me assures me that I should not die from what I was originally going to die from. So, yes. And I don't know if you could see the scar's pretty much gone now. Look at that. Can you see that little dot? That's it. So yes, my health is. I'm still in recovery mode. Don't get me wrong. I'm still in recovery mode. And the neurosurgeon has said, "Mark, you're still in recovery mode," which I am. But yes, I can't drink. Yes, I did ask, and I was blatantly told. I said, "Can I? Just one?" And I was blatantly told, Chris. And he said it with a laugh when he kind of told me no. Well, he did say, yes, you can if you want. No. Basically, that's what he said. No, I can't drink. I can't go in a spa. I can't go in a pool. I can't go in an onsen. But I can go on a plane. But I have to wear pressure stockings. And I can't cut myself. And I cannot not take my medication. I cannot not take my medication. But apart from that, I've had some bleeding going on, which I ended up in hospital the other week with, which you may or may not know, because I did post about it. They weren't too concerned about it. They weren't too concerned about it because I am on blood thinners and all sorts of stuff at the moment. They weren't too concerned, but yeah, just a sip. Can't even have a sip. No spas or pools till November at least. Alcohol for the rest of my life. Alcohol for the rest of my life, but pools and spas and that till at least November. So yeah, unfortunately, and the alcohol thing and the spas and pool thing are for the two different medical conditions. So the operation is the pools and spas. The alcohol thing is the other medical condition they found, which has no relation to the operation. So unfortunately, the medication I'm on for the other medical condition they found, because the medication deals with my neuro something or other, whatever they did tell me. Apparently, that medication, because it deals with the neurological something or other, alcohol apparently deals with the neurological something or other as well. So basically, if I was to drink, it would overload the neurological something or others, whatever. They did explain it. It makes no sense to me. They said I can't drink, which totally sucks. Absolutely sucks. But also going to Japan and not being able to go in an onsen totally sucks as well. But what do you do? What do you do? You know? But, you know, for the next 6 months, my blood is extremely thin. For the next 6 months, my aneurysm is still there. It can't kill me, but it's still there. It's draining and doing its thing. So until I have my until it drains and I get more CT scans and MRI scans and that, and until they take me off that medication, unfortunately, yeah. But I can travel. Because what is one thing you need to have when you go on a plane? Blood thinners. Everybody needs to have blood thinners. And I'm on a lot of blood thinners at the moment. So I should theoretically not get a blood clot when I'm on a plane. So yeah. What do you do? And I timed it perfectly because theoretically, they like you to theoretically be 6 weeks after an operation before you fly. It works out perfectly. 6 weeks. It'll be 6 weeks perfectly after the operation that I'll be flying. So the neurosurgeon was rather happy that I'm flying. I spoke to them last week and they were like, yeah, you'll be alright. They said just wear pressure stockings on your legs, which everybody should wear as well when you fly. And yeah. He said if you feel pain and problems on the plane, get them to land the plane quickly. Yeah, no worries, I'll do that. But yeah, should be all right. But I am still in healing mode until November, Ivan. But life goes on. Life goes on. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big beer fan anyway, to be honest with you. The Sapporo beer I find okay in Japan because it tastes different to Sapporo beer in Australia, mainly because Sapporo beer is made in Sapporo or made in Japan, whereas in Australia it's made in Vietnam, so they do taste different. But I do like in Japan, I do like their vodka, for example, or stuff like that. If I have to go without it, I'm kind of fine. I do like drinking coffee. I've found that coffee, the medication I'm on though, it has an effect. And my medication kind of says try not to drink too much coffee, so that's proving to be a bit of an issue. I've had to cut down on coffee a bit. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Bunbury's about an hour and a half, I'd guess. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, maybe. On the train, it's about an hour, I think. So, yeah. Yeah, I've never been a big alcohol drinker. But in saying that, once I start drinking, especially when you go out and you get drunk, alcohol's fun, you know, and and the more you drink, it's, you know. Once you're drunk, Chris, alcohol's great. Especially if you're dancing or singing, you know, the more you drink, the better it is. But, yeah, you know, it is what it is. it is what it is. What can you do? Can't do much about it, really. Yeah. 'Tis life. As long as I can eat my chocolate. To be fair, I've been eating a lot of junk food of late, which I dare say is not good for my health, but it's like, okay, well, if I can't drink and if I can't do this, I can't do, I'm just going to eat lots of junk food. So I've been eating lots of junk food lately. Whatever. I can't get any blood clots at the moment, so it doesn't matter how much sugar I eat. Like, literally, I like nicked myself the other day. I don't know how I did it, and I just bled. I just like really bled, and it was like, yeah, whatever. So yeah, I'm bleeding so bad lately, but you know, it is what it is. And as I say, like, my nose just bleeds for no reason, but it's what happens. Yeah. One will get a brain aneurysm, won't they? I feel, even though I feel like I've been sick over the past week or so, I don't know if it's the flu or COVID or I don't know what it is. Everybody's been sick in WA. Even though I felt really sick, I've actually felt better than what I have for years. It's crazy. You know, even though I felt really tired and lethargic and all sorts of stuff lately from whatever bug I have at the moment, I felt better than what I have for many, many years. Even though I've had like a bit of a headache or a bit of head pain from whatever bug I've had over the past few days, I felt better than what I have for many, many years. The only difference is, which is really weird, after they operated on my brain, I've been out of breath. And I've never been out of breath in my life. Ever. Like, I don't go to the gym, I don't do exercise, but I've always been able to walk forever, like for miles and miles and miles, and I never get out of breath, ever. Never, ever, ever get out of breath. Ever since they operated on me, I can just sit down and I get out of breath. And I've realized that your brain has something to do with your cardio. I don't know what, I haven't like Googled it or that, but your brain has something literally to do with your cardio. So obviously as the brain recovers or whatever they've done to the brain and it heals or whatever, that literally it's completely stuffed up my cardio and I have to get that going again. Like me walking from here to my car, I'll be out of breath. And it was literally caused by the operation on my brain. So it's kind of strange. So like the other day when my car broke down, when I lost the brakes on my car, I had a choice of like using an Uber to drive me from pillar to post, because I had to go like miles and miles and miles from the car to one suburb to another, to another, to another, to another. It's a pretty warm day. And I thought, no, stuff this. I'm going to force myself, no matter how out of breath I am, I'm going to force myself to walk from where the car was to the mechanic, to mum's, from mum's to the shop, to the shop, to the car. And I forced myself to do it. And I was completely out of breath. And the body was really struggling. But I thought, no, I'm going to send a message to the brain to say, you are not out of breath. This is not beyond your capability. You can do this. And I did. And I forced my body to do it. And of course it did it because I knew my body could do it. But my brain didn't like it. So, yeah, it's just really weird. The brain operation has made my cardio be really bad. And I don't understand why. So, yeah, really weird. Jacinta Allen is now on a salary of $500,000 a year, and Victoria is meant to be bankrupt. Yeah. Yeah. All I can say is that yeah, that's a lot of money. I have I don't remember. Jacinta Allen, wasn't she New Zealand? I don't know. Anyway, I think politicians... I think two things. Politicians in Australia are shit and they get paid too much. However, in saying that, I think politicians should be paid more if they are accountable and good for their job. So there we go. Unfortunately, we don't have those politicians in Australia. But if they were good and accountable, then they should be paid more because their wage is not... If they were good, their wage would be no good for what they did. Does that make sense? But because they're no good. Anyway. Politicians will always look after themselves. And everybody, well, most people got a pay rise in Australia today, which means everything's going up. And they had so many business owners on the radio today, small business owners going, guess what? We've got to sack staff today. We've got to close up shop. We've got to... Australians won't learn. Australians won't learn. Everything's going to go up in price today. More small businesses are going to close today. You people will keep voting in governments that just give endless pay rises and do all these stupid things. All you're doing is killing the country. This country is dying. What can I say? What can I say? Anyway. Final drinks, everybody. Final drinks. Because I don't think we're going to get any more votes in. I don't think there's anybody new here. I think we have exhausted the conversation here. I think we've exhausted the votes. 80% of you says yes. Change the itinerary. Spend the week in Hakata. 20% of you say no. Go to Sapporo. I think Hakata has won. I don't think there will be any change to this. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your final votes. I have a lot of work to do to rectify this itinerary. Don't forget to check the website because there are two, not one, but two videos on the website that went on the website live at 9 a.m. this morning. You cannot watch them on the YouTube. You must watch them on the website, ladies and gentlemen, www.NipponPulse.org. That's where they are. They went live on the website today. And you need to check the website all the time now because I'm not going to keep posting on YouTube. Oh, go check the website. Oh, go check the... You've got to keep checking the website now because there will be updates once a week or maybe twice a week. You never know. You've got to keep checking the website now and click on the Stronger tab. That's what you need to do because you won't see it on the homepage. You need to click on the Stronger tab for the updates. It could be once a week, could be twice a week, could be whatever, 3 times a week. Depends on where we are, what we're doing. And it will give you the latest videos to watch because they won't be on here. No, they won't. They will be on the website, ladies and gentlemen. Final drinks. Anybody want to say anything before I go on my merry ways? Because I will have to start booking the new itinerary. Final drinks. Everybody's gone quiet in the chat. Got my cough going on. Final drinks going once, going twice, going 3 times. Thank you for your votes. Thank you for deciding. Good to see we've got a few people voting there today in the poll. Let's end the poll right now. You have all decided. It is official. 80% of you have said spend it in Hakata, Fukuoka. 20% of you said Sapporo, Hokkaido. So we will be doing it in Hakata, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's going to happen. Good night. And the Nippon has pulsed. It has. It has. Wherever you are in this big, wide, wonderful world, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. We will see you on the website at NipponPulse.org. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for voting. We will see you again very, very soon. It is not long to go until we jump on that big aeroplane and...